Hello and welcome to the history of Star Wars. Today's episode, Maximillian Veers. A human male, Maximillian Veers, was born on the planet of Denon. In time, he came to serve as an army officer of the Galactic Empire, an authoritarian regime that governed most of the galaxy. As such, he was involved in the Empire's struggle against the Rebel Alliance, which contested the rule of Emperor Palpatine. Rising in the ranks through cunning and courage, Veers took part in over a dozen battles. Aside from being a brilliant army officer, Veers was also a husband and father. Veers was eventually assigned to the Death Star battle station, but was ultimately not on board during the Battle of Yavin, where it was destroyed by the Rebel Alliance. The destruction of the Death Star also helped accelerate his career due to a large amount of Imperial officers killed during the battle. Following the Battle of Yavin, Veers already served as a general. At that time, he was tasked with hunting down a governor who betrayed the Empire and locating the former Senator John R. Kessin. The Empire believed that Kessin would play a key role in finding the location of the Rebel Alliance's new headquarters. And for the duration of that mission, Veers was assisted by Captain Kosh, an officer stationed on Tatooine and in command of the 68th Legion. Sometime later, Veers, along with Admiral Ozzel, traveled to the planet Mustafar to meet with Darth Vader at his castle. Veers stood alongside Ozzel behind Vader as the Sith Lord looked out over the Mustafar landscape. After the Admiral stated that the rebels were vermin and asked Vader, Veers spoke up and informed Ozzel that he was mistaken. He stated that the rebels were not vermin but weeds and the Empire was like a storm. Veer went on to explain that in a storm weeds are able to bend and survive, just as the rebellion was capable of doing, despite the Empire's constant attacks. The general went on to say that if the rebels were more like a tree, sturdy and rooted in one place, then it would be different. And that until the situation changed, the rebels would continue to slip through their fingers. His comment caused Vader to recall the same statement Princess Leia made to Grand Moff Tarkin. Vader stated that Veers made an interesting point and went on to explain their next course of action against the rebels. Veers was posted to the Death Squadron, a flotilla of vessels, by the Empire's Dark Enforcer, a Sith Lord named Darth Vader. The Death Squadron's commanding officer, Admiral Kendall Ozzel, was charged to oversee the Empire's search for the Rebel headquarters. As part of the search, Imperial probe droids were used throughout the galaxy to collect data and identify the Rebel base. Veers often clashed ideologically with Ozzel, his superior. While Ozzel preferred a measured, calculated approach to military strategy, Veers was more doggedly loyal to the personal whims of Vader, making him a favored figure among the Imperial hierarchy. One of the droids detected signs of an occupied settlement on the sixth planet of Hoth, a system located in the Anaret sector of the Galactic Outer Rim. On the Executor, the flagship of the Death Squadron, Veer joined the panels of officers who reviewed the probe's data, along with Vader, Ozzel, and his subordinate. While Vader immediately identified proof of the rebellion, Ozzel was more skeptical. Vader ultimately ordered the fleet to investigate the Hoth system, and Veers began to prepare for the assault. Ozzel's approved lightspeed course, intended to surprise the rebellion, brought the Imperial fleet out of lightspeed too close to the system. As a result, rebel forces on the planet's surface had time to prepare a defense plan and organize an evacuation. Due to localized energy shields protecting the base and power generator, orbital bombardment of the base was considered to be an ineffective attack strategy. Vader, dissatisfied with Ozzel's decision to emerge so close to the system, ordered Veers to lead a ground assault on the power generator and disable the energy shield. Vader then executed Ozzel and promoted Pret to Admiral. Veers, who had always kept a low profile in front of Vader, had been offered a chance to correct Ozzel's mistake. His squadron of Imperial AT-AT walkers were deployed beyond the border of the energy shield, allowing a ground approach to be made. Veers led the squadron into Echo Base Mountain Valley, facing heavy rebel ground fire as he approached the energy generators. The general led his troops from the front in the cockpit of the lead walker, as rebels prepared to evacuate their headquarters. A group of snow speeders, led by Rebel Commander Luke Skywalker, tried to delay Veers' forces, destroying two walkers. As Rebel ground forces retreated, Veers ordered his walker to fire on the shield generators, destroying it. The generator's destruction marked the end of the rebels' defense, allowing Vader and his men to land on Hoth and break into the base, and demonstrating Veers' effectiveness as a military commander. During the battle, Blizzard 1 was decapitated when a snowspeeder flown by Derek Kevin crashed into it. Maximillian Veers' alternate fate. In the script, The Empire Strikes Back, Veers dies when Rebel snowspeeder pilot Derek Kevin flew his damaged vessel directly into the cockpit of the General's Walker. That scene, however, never made it into the final cut of the film, although it did appear in the novel written by David F. Glutt. Veers' background and fate were expanded upon in a number of reference books and comic books, although those stories are part of Star Wars Legends, formerly known as the Expanded Universe, and are therefore not canon since Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilms. Thank you for watching The History of Star Wars. Special thanks to Wikipedia for all information you heard today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you have, thank you very much. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.